There are 4 individuals who played a role in what happened to George Floyd, and the man who directly resulted in his death has been apprehended, which I think is a victory, but the problem obviously is much bigger than just one man killing another man. Obviously the problem is systemic. It should be a grim reminder that none of us should be bystanders, and I think that's exactly what you're seeing here today. It is uncommon for, as sad as it is to say, it is kind of rare for accountability to be so swift when we deal with our public officers. A quotation that's been thrown around a lot in the last few days is the of Martin Luther King, as a riot is the language of the unheard, or is the voice of the unheard. And people like to think of Martin Luther King as this passive man, but he understood that you had to crack eggs to make an omelet, as it were. The fact is that there are some people who, because they saw the civil rights movement, are kind of tired, right? They're tired of seeing the riots, they're tired of seeing the protest, and they're tired of civil unrest. But the fact of the matter is that people like me are tired. I'm tired of having to have this stress, of this anxiety of living, of existing. George Floyd was someone who was killed trying to use a $20 bill that he probably didn't know was counterfeit. Take a walk. You take care and stay safe, sir.
By them arresting him, it ain't no progress. It's just, okay, we're going to get him off so we can cover it up so it don't bring that much heat to the city.
Because that was a black man, he would have been murdered. He would have been in jail right now for murder, facing 40 to life.
Let us take one of our knees and put it in one of their necks until they stop breathing right here, right now.
And we just got arrested, just got out for no reason.
Yeah,
I got arrested for sitting at the gas station.
Let us take.
He shit got first-degree murder on folks. We just got released right now. You just think that's coming out this building.
After I've been
telling
right here. More people come out too.
After I've been telling
right here. They kept my phone. They took my car keys. All that. How you gonna use car keys for evidence?
They took my phone and gave me this and told me to call them and ask them about getting my phone back.
In 30 days.
In 30 days. They said you got a month. They told me in 30 days.
Fresh out of jail, done for a long time. Ain't one. Fuck going on. Justice for George. You know what it is. And they can't stop.
Yeah, when I heard the cop was arrested, that wasn't enough. There are still 3 police officers that are still walking around free men.
We want all 4. When I heard he was arrested, it was certainly a relief. It's a big step, especially since it happened this quickly. I think that the video of what happened just really didn't leave that much room for denial of the issue, and it's very nice to see law enforcement stepping up to address it that quickly.
Yeah, it's a start, but at the same time, we don't want manslaughter. We want first degree. We don't want the third degree. We want first degree murder.
The only reason they went with third degree is because the previous officer that was arrested a few years back for killing a Caucasian woman, Australian lady, he got 12 years. And so that's their way of trying to give them still the slap on the wrist so that they're not serving a long enough sentence. Third degree isn't enough. Everybody needs first degree. Even the gentleman who just sat by and watched that man with his knee on his neck, he needs first degree as well. Because if you're just standing there, you're just as guilty as the other 3.
I cheered when those 4 cops were fired that quickly. Because again, like, the video just left almost no room for any kind of denial of what happened, and it was refreshing and invigorating, frankly, to see that the higher-ups took it as seriously as we did.
You have 4 different angles, 4 different videos, and the main video that you have is the close-up video, and you see everybody on the curb telling the cops, get off of him, he can't breathe. There was even an EMT off duty who said numerous times, let me check his pulse. And the officer who was just standing by forced her back. I'm not one to always try to revert it back to race. However, if it was a Caucasian man in that predicament and it was a black man on top of him, it wouldn't have taken this long.
He would have been charged.
He would have been arrested that same day, that same night. So it's ridiculous. But it is a small step, and you got to take what you can get at times, and we'll take that.
It's the right step forward.
It's a big step forward. It's a lot better than what we've been getting in the past.
Oh yeah.
And it's a big improvement, and I'm happy for that improvement.
I do believe that the setting of businesses on fire and everything sort of kind of fast-paced that just a little bit. And the loss of lives that happened in between that fast-paced that a little bit. So, and it's sad to even say that we still lost lives while trying to get justice. But it's the sad reality of what we've been dealing with for over 400 years. Now, I'm not going to partake in any violence because that's not me. But my face will be seen every night.
Our mission is not complete till all four is arrested.
If me getting arrested is what it takes for us to get the justice that we need, the justice that we want, the justice that this crooked system hasn't had in years, then by all means, I'll be right there with my hands behind my back and in the back of the police car.
Good, how you doing? Me too.